We're live, guys. Post fight with Gillian the Savage Robertson. What's up, G?
I'm doing great. I don't think I could be doing much better. Just got another TKO. I'm tied with the most finishes in the women's division. I already hold the record for the most submissions. So yeah, I'm just keep on setting records. Top 10. I really couldn't be better.
I mean, 4 in a row now. Like you're calling out huge step up to Marina Rodriguez. Like I feel like she's just one of those names. She's fought absolutely everybody. And second girl to retire post fighting Gillian Robertson. Just I mean, wrap this up with a bow for us. Like the moment, the step up in competition, the odds makers clearly knew what was going to happen, just like we did. Wrap up this whole performance. I mean, it couldn't have gone smoother. It seems to us.
I honestly, the whole camp couldn't have gone smoother. I'm just in such a good place in life right now. I feel like I have the right team, the right coaches. Everything's just working out great. I've never been so confident walking into a fight. I feel like all day today, I was really just genuinely excited all day long. I really just couldn't wait to perform, get out there, and I think it showed whenever I was able to perform. I was just hungry, and I kept on saying in the locker room, "It's my time, it's my night," and I just truly felt that in my soul.
So clearly it was. You don't look like you have a scratch on you. You told me off air you think you got hit maybe twice in the whole fight. Like, did you just physically, like, how do you feel? Did you take any damage at all, really?
I honestly feel like she was so scared of my grappling that she wasn't really engaging in striking as much. So I got caught with 2 jabs in the first round. The second jab, I felt like my nose started bleeding a little bit. There's a tiny little blood in there still after, but other than that, I feel like I came out pretty clean.
Yeah, I like I said, not a scratch on you. Sean Sterling said, "What a performance! She did not expect the TKO." I think looking back at some of Marina's older fights, especially when she fought Mackenzie Dern, her submission defense was on lock. Were you expecting your ground and pound to be just the thing that got it done here?
Well, I feel like in I guess the last year or so, 2 years, that's kind of the story of my fights. These girls are so scared to get subbed that they're staying so, I guess, defensive and like closed up that it just allows me to TKO them. They're so scared to get up. They're so scared to open up any holes. So it's just giving me the opportunities for TKOs. So I'm like, I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind getting submissions too, but it's like either or. It's like pick your poison.
Right, absolutely. And you definitely saw her. She's trying to lock you down. She did have like this kind of weird moment where she like hooked the back of your arm. I was like, man, that's kind of annoying. Like just some awkward positions. It seemed more so awkward positions than like her trying to work to get up or mount any offense there.
Well, and I guess I kind of assumed a lot of her just trying to hold me more than anything else this fight. I knew that was going to be my biggest dilemma was creating space for strikes because just in watching her grappling in past fights, she really does just try. She's good at negating that space. She's good at keeping you close and not letting you really be able to get that offense off. So I knew that was going to be an issue in this fight, and obviously, like her length with like that weird arm grab thing and everything.
She's
I'm
got
like,
really long arms for sure.
and obviously, even in the second round, she attempted that ninja choke real quick, where I'm like, it wasn't super tight, but I definitely had to respect it. If I didn't respect that, she could have easily caught me. So I'm like, it was a good attempt, and obviously, that's another thing that it's just those long arms that kind of pose that problem.
Well, and it did. That was going to be my next question: is how tight was that choke? But like, it looked like it was kind of shallow for a ninja choke. Like normally, you'd like I don't know if you've watched it back yet, but from our point of view, it looked like she didn't quite get her arm deep enough. But that length allowed her to still kind of put you in some sort of danger. You said it wasn't super tight.
Yeah, I definitely had to address it. Like I couldn't have just kept on grappling. She would have been able to get it tighter. So I had to like respect it and address it, but it wasn't at any point where I was like, oh shit.
Right. No, and obviously dealt with it beautifully. Got to the position. If you were her corner in that position, would you be happy that she went for that, or disappointed that she went for that? Obviously, ending up on bottom after
um,
losing.
I think I would be a little bit disappointed. Obviously, you're giving up that top position kind of easily. I felt like my first takedown with her honestly felt like it was just effortless. It felt very easily. And I going into the second, I felt like I took kind of a sloppy shot, but I almost thought I was like, regardless, you're gonna finish this because that first shot was so easy. Like she just fell down so easy. I knew I'd be able to push the pace and get that shot regardless.
Is that so? Did you feel like you were going to need to shoot more singles on Marina because of her length, or is it just that's just what presented it itself?
Yeah, it's honestly just what presented itself. I've been drilling kind of everything for this camp, primarily head inside singles and head outside singles. We have been mixing up doubles when we're against the cage or low singles, but I've been kind of mixing everything together. But it's just whatever she presented to me that I saw the opportunity, I took it.
And like what you just said, like that first takedown was like absolute butter. Were you surprised at all that it came so easily?
Definitely. It was just very effortless. Like I felt like from the beginning though, even like I said, I think she was just respecting my grappling a little bit too much, where it didn't seem like she was willing to open up on her striking at all either.
Grant said, "Great work, Carmen San Diego." Did you ever play that game when you were a kid?
So,
It's called Where in the World. See, the joke is lost on Gillian Grant.
I'm
He
like, I don't even get that reference.
doesn't have red hair. She wears red, I think, and has black hair, but I don't know. It's this game that we played when we were kids called Where in the World is Carmen San Diego. You should look it up later, but definitely not right now. As she said, oh snap, it's G. I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, sorry. So that first takedown was absolutely easy. You said you were kind of surprised. Do you feel like he said I say jokes to make me laugh, not you? I guess that's fair. See, Grant has totally derailed my entire train of thought. So we won't keep Gillian for too long, guys, because obviously she wants to get back to watching these amazing UFC Des Moines fights. So I know you saw the Jeremy Stevens fight. Did you get to see anything before that, or were you totally just locked in, ready to go?
I watched the first fight, and then I was I was warming up during the second fight, so I kind of got to see it a little bit. The third fight I watched, and then after that, I was doing interviews until the Jeremy Stevens fight, essentially. So I was like, I did interviews, then came home, got a shower, and whatever, and so I didn't really get to watch any others. So I'm just sitting here waiting, being like, was that? Do I have a 50K fight yet or not? Like, has that happened?
Beautiful performance. I cannot imagine Gillian not getting performance of the night here. Gotta say, I think by far, I know you haven't seen all the other fights, but Jeremy Stevens and Mason Jones definitely fight of the night so far. I gotta be honest, I don't know if I'm disappointed in Mason Jones for how close the fight was, or a little impressed that Jeremy Stevens still has that dog in him at 40-ish, you know. I'm not sure how I feel about it one way or the other. Mason Jones was the biggest favorite on the card, and it was a pretty close fight, one of the closest fights of the night.
Oh no, it's super close fight, a complete banger. I'm like, it was that one, and then the fight right after me. I saw. I'm not sure honestly who was the winner, but I saw Ryan Loder getting knocked out. That looked brutal.
Yeah, Azamat Bakov. He's a teammate of ours at ATT, so super stoked to see him. His 10th first round finish and 8th.
Oh wow!
Yeah, dude's a savage.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I was doing a post fight interview, and I was like, oh shit. Saw that on TV.
And Yana and Misha Tate was really fun as well. Like Yana looked really good, stick and move. Misha had some like just barrages of pressure. It was honestly a pretty fun fight. It wasn't the one that I was expecting to enjoy watching. I think like the first fight had a few moments, wasn't like super exciting, but I feel like tonight has just been insane. ATT is on a roll today. Plus G, she's my honorary teammate. We consider her a teammate. So hopefully we got one more. We got Bo. Yana did well. Azamat did well. G did well. One more friend on the card. Love to see it. That'd be pretty sick. And the call out too. We gotta go back. Calling out Amanda Lemos. Absolutely love that. She's a big name. I feel like she is maybe where Marina Rodriguez was a couple years ago, where she's still kind of in that contender range. And she's also fought a lot of the same big names that Marina has fought. Has that been kind of the plan for a while? Is I'm going to fight Marina, I'm going to beat Marina, finish her, call out Lemos, or was that kind of something that came to you closer to the fight?
It was as soon as I saw that she beat Eisman Lucindo, I was like, that's my fight. At the second I saw that, I was like, okay, she's coming off a win. So it's gonna be a good matchup. She's ranked 5. I'm like, I just the second I like literally it was Monday morning right after that fight happened. I was like, so we calling out Lemos after to Dean. I was like planning it. That's why honestly in my post-fight speech, I said something about retiring girls. I didn't know Marina was planning to retire tonight. I'm like, I went up to my corner in between, like right before. I was like, I'm gonna say something about retiring girls. This might come out a little mean now.
It was pretty savage. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, and she literally did retire her. We got to pull these rankings up. How can I do this without totally messing with it? Okay, maybe not. It was me. I took Azamat on Banana Blitz. Actually, I think we both did. I think he was my lock, and he was Grant's like maybe underrated banger. He was on both our Banana Blitz cards. I know that. We gotta have G do Banana Blitz for one of these cards. That would be super fun. Have you got to play this game yet with that Dave does at the end of the show? Has he had you do it? Where it's like underrated banger on the upcoming card, you're like lock, best under or like most valuable underdog, things like that. It was really, really fun.
Yeah, no, he's never had me do that, but I'd love to.
Yeah, we need to do that maybe we should do maybe I should have you do Banana Blitz every Sunday on the morning brew, and then Dave can have me and Grant. I'm gonna come up with something. Okay. I'm gonna come up with something. All right, let me figure out how I can share my screen. Guys, it's 11 p.m. So it's always, you never know what's gonna happen. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Is it working? There we go. It's really tiny. You see, okay, here we are. So Marina, number 9. So we should definitely expect G to be at least number 9. Maybe number 8. I don't know. That was a heck of a finish. Maybe bump you above Yasmin Lucindo. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then moving up to Lemos, number 4. So if we were just mapping like your perfect path to the title, path to Wei Li Zhang, you call out Lemos, you finish Lemos. What do you think happens after that? Do you expect them to have like a number 1 title contendership fight, or do you feel like that next one is the one?
I don't know. I think that it depends where the division stands, really. Right now, there isn't, besides, there's Verena as a contender, and Wei Li's talking about moving up. And I'm like, I don't really know who any other contender is. So, say Wei Li does move up, and now Verena's fighting for an open belt, then maybe if me coming off a win off of Lemos, that's, the contender shot.
No, I think that makes absolute perfect sense. I think there's so much happening as well throughout a lot of these divisions. Gillian moved up. Islam wants to move up. I'm honestly kind of over people moving up. Like I understand with Wei Li a little bit, but I also feel like I'd really like to see her fight Verna. I think Verna's kind of been on the radar for a while. Like, how do you feel about that? Obviously, what's best for you is best for you, but just in general, how do you feel about double champ statuses and bouncing around between weight classes?
I don't know. I feel like if you are going to move up, then stay with that. Don't be bouncing back and forth. Like, even I was just talking earlier about Andrade is technically ranked at 115, but she's fighting at 125 next week, and she's constantly bouncing back and forth. I'm like, how are you going to have her ranked at 15 when she's not even there right now?
No, that makes sense. Like, I think we saw that at lightweight for a really long time, which is the most populated weight class. There was like RDA was still ranked at lightweight while he'd been fighting for 70 for like 3 or 4 fights. So I'm with you. I think there needs to be if you leave, you're out of the rankings. You can come back in if you move back down or back up, but I agree with you. Somebody's calling G and Dern needs to happen. I still would love to see that fight just for the grappling nerd in me. And then, yeah, SG, we were talking about this. She is tied with Amanda Nunes for the most finishes in women's history, but still holds the record for the most submissions. So I know you want to fight Lemos. You've called her out. This was kind of a weird post that just happened to pop up on my radar literally right before I sat down with you.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Exactly what I'm going to say. We got to put this to bed. I know we have before, but Angela Hill is still on her thing about how you didn't want to fight her. So let's address it for the people.
I think it was after I want to say it was the Michelle Watterson fight, maybe. It was like the day or two after, they called me offering me it on 8 weeks notice, which I cannot physically make weight on that kind of notice. I would never deny Angela Hill, nor would I ever be scared of her. But I just can't make weight on 8 weeks notice back to back. That it is just not physically possible for me. And then now it's just, she's not worth my time, honestly. I don't even know what she's ranked, but I know it's a lot below me. It's not worth my time.
She's 13 now.
Yeah, she's 13, and I'm gonna be at least 9, maybe higher with my finish. So I'm like, it's just not worth my time anymore. So I'm like, you're just talking, trying to make yourself relevant where you're not.
Love it. Cut it up, Dave. Cut it up. Make it a real collab G. It's perfect. Okay. We kept you for 15 minutes. This fight was awesome. I was watching it out of the corner of my eye. I know the rest of the fights are fantastic, so I will let you go. But thank you so much for giving us, a few minutes of your time post-win. Congrats.
Oh, always. Fight Bananas is always my first interview.
We love you, G. Super happy for you. Beautiful performance. I got to pull up Grant's. I was saving Grant's comment for the end. Grant said the real gangster move would be still having the show tomorrow. I don't know what your schedule is tomorrow. I don't think we're doing a morning brew. I'm assuming you're flying home, but definitely let us know.
I will be flying home at 7 a.m. tomorrow, so I will be in an airport then.
Of course. We will reconvene hopefully Tuesday afternoon then with Gillian the Savage Robertson. And I'm sure we'll have lots of fun stuff on the Tuesday show. I got to be honest, I don't even know what we have going on this Tuesday because it's crazy. But maybe I'll do a mini brew tomorrow for you guys just to recap this amazing card. But as always, we love you, G. Congratulations. You the best. Thank you guys for tuning in. And maybe I'll see you in the morning.
Bye.
Bye, guys.